Okay, so it is Monday. It is 10 to 3. I've just got back from the physio, and the good news is there is no bone damage on the left shin. A little bit of inflammation on the muscle that is kind of causing the pain around there, which is probably just due to load. But good news is no bone damage, so that's awesome. In terms of the other things like the hip and the back, it's just about working on strengthening this left hamstring, strengthening a couple of other things. We've got lots and lots of rehab exercises to do in the gym, which is awesome. But I'm allowed to go and run again, which is like music to my ears. So starting off with a very, very chilled week, building back up to like 30K with 10K in there. So, and then we'll kind of see how it reacts, how it pulls up, and kind of go from there. So yeah, it's Monday. I'm going for a run, which didn't think I'd be saying, but gonna go for a really chilled 6K out and back, and then 3K out and back, so 6 in total, and we'll see how we feel. But I am very happy, and hopefully this is the start of building things back up again. So yeah, can't wait. Monday morning, good news, raring to go. It's like blowing a gale outside, so it's not going to be the nicest run, but it's a run nonetheless. Alrighty, it's Tuesday morning. It's actually Tuesday afternoon. Pulled up pretty well from that run yesterday. So obviously I went to the physio, been off running for like a week and a bit. Went to the physio yesterday, fully expecting, I don't know, you just always expect the worst, but went to the physio. He was basically like, all right, let's build you back up. There's no bone damage. Let's get going. Let's build back up. So day on, day off. I think I explained this in the other video anyway. So 30Ks this week, day on, day off, 3 6Ks, 1 10K, see how we pull up, and then build up again. I'm assuming, but booked in again after this week of running to see how we go. Today, touch wood, pulled up okay. No real issues with anything. A little bit stiff from the runs and the ankles and stuff like that, but obviously to be expected after a bit of time off. So feeling good, feeling positive, which is what I needed. So no running today, just went to the gym, done a heap of like rehab stuff, done loads of strengthening on my hamstring, which has obviously got a graft in it, because some of my left hamstring is obviously in my knee reconstruction. So my left hammy is so weak after a certain range. So working on that, working on some glute stuff, working on my dorsiflexion in my left foot, which is really difficult. And just loads of like little rehabby bits to try and strengthen certain areas. There was some imbalances. He tested my kind of certain strength areas in glutes, hammies, adductors, abductors, and there was like a real kind of imbalance on left to right, which to be honest, I knew. So it's just working on that and getting that as level as we can get it. And then it'll be a bit of a plan to how we attack the running for the rest of, I'm hoping I can still do the half. Even if I just do the half as like a training run, which was my plan anyway. It wasn't to go absolutely crazy on the Hoka half. So if I can do that pretty chill and just use it as a bit of a training run, that would be amazing. Not sure if it's going to be too much too soon, but we'll see. But feeling good. Tuesday afternoon, work session done. Going to get my hair cut, back into work this evening, and then looking forward to getting another run in tomorrow. But yeah, all in all, pretty good this week, and happy with where we're at and how I'm feeling after yesterday's run. All right, it's Saturday, Arvo. I don't think I videoed anything Friday, yesterday, or maybe even Thursday, but Saturday afternoon, and I have done 3 runs this week, all very short. 1 on the treadmill, 2 outside. I think I've done about 16k so far, maybe a bit more than that, 17k. So tomorrow is my last run of the week, where it'll be, but my shin has pulled up pretty well so far this week. It's been pretty good. I haven't had any issues. I have been like going to the gym and doing lots and lots of like exercises given to me by the physio for it. So I've been doing that like pretty much. Some of the stuff you can do every day, like the body weight stuff, like some calf raises and some dorsiflexion stuff for my shin. I've been doing that every day. And then other stuff that I've been working on for the lower body, I've been doing pretty much every other day. So that's feeling good. Obviously, I need to kind of keep on top of that stuff. And I think that's probably where, you know, when you're running, when you're getting up to the 60, 70, 80, all the way up to like 100 Ks a week, that kind of stuff just takes a back seat. But I guess this has shown how important it is and how much you need to kind of stay on top of that. So that's going to be really important when I do start building back up, trying to stay on top of all that kind of like strengthening stuff as best possible to kind of avoid any more kind of mishaps with the injury stuff. I've got the physio on Monday, so all going well tomorrow, as long as tomorrow's run goes well. Hopefully he'll be able to tell me to kind of ramp things back up again and start kicking the running back up. Obviously not crazy, just slowly ramp up. I'm assuming maybe, I don't know, 35k, 40k the week after. Annoyingly, I'm going to ask him obviously, but I'm not sure what the deal with the half marathon will be yet. That's in 4 weeks' time, pretty much bang on a month. So that might be out of the question, or it might be okay to run it, but just not crazy. Might be just a bit of a training run, which is okay. Kind of planned on doing that anyway, not planned on going crazy on that one, using it as a bit of a training run for the marathon prep. So hopefully, fingers crossed, tomorrow he's like, yep, green light, you can do that. Let's build up to that and use it as a bit of a long run, if you like, for that race day. So we'll see how we go. Fingers crossed tomorrow goes all right. I'm probably going to do about 10 to 12k tomorrow, which will bring me up to the 30-ish mark for the week. And then Monday physio, see how we go, and then plan from there, basically. So yeah, all in all, it's Saturday afternoon. The week's been pretty good. I've been so good to get out running again and get out on even though it's been chill and there's not been much structure, it's just kind of go and run 5k, 6k, so on. It's been really good to go and do that. So yeah, pretty happy from where I was on Monday, walking to the physio, fearing the worst. And, you know, everything going through your head, like, I'm not going to be able to run the marathon. I'm not going to be able to do this. That's running over for the year, to being able to, yeah, be very kind of minor information. Then I'm very happy with where we're at now. So onwards and upwards. That's it. I'll try and video a bit for tomorrow because I've been shit for the last couple of days. So I'll try and do what I can for the next, for today and tomorrow. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Saturday. Okay, Sunday evening. I haven't waffled on too much this week in terms of actually speaking to the camera, which is why this video is probably a little bit shorter than usual. Runs, got through my 4 runs this week. So I done, I think, a 5k, a 6k, a 5k, or just under 5k. And then today I ended up doing 14, which is probably a little bit more than I should have, but it felt fine. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how everything's pulled up this week. Hopefully tomorrow morning I don't feel any kind of pain in the shin, because obviously going from the 5k runs up to like a 14 is quite a big jump. But physio said that Sunday could be my longer one. He did say 10, so I definitely did do a bit too much, but I wanted to get to 30k for the week, and that was the goal. So got there, and tomorrow I've got physio tomorrow morning again, and then hopefully from there we can kind of devise a bit of a plan for moving forwards. Might be a real kind of slow creep up. So slowly creep up, which means Sydney Marathon, which is exactly 4 weeks away today, is probably going to be a bit of a training run, probably going to be a bit chill. Again, fine. So we'll see how we go. But that is the week. That is Sunday. Feeling obviously a lot more positive this Sunday than I was last. Run's done, 30k done. Hopefully more good news tomorrow in terms of let's ramp up the volume a little bit this week and get back to kind of creeping the Ks back up. And yeah, at least running the Sydney half as opposed to not doing it at all is going to be better than nothing. So excited for that, which means it's 4 weeks until I want to kind of put a bit of structure around my marathon plan, and I'm going to use the 16 weeks from pretty much May, which is like May the 5th or something, May the 4th, which is 4 weeks away. That'll be from that day after the half marathon will be 16 weeks until the full. So that is where I will kind of sit down and figure out plan of attack for those 16 weeks. So pretty exciting. Anyway, that is the week done. I will try to do better next week at videoing and talking a little bit more and giving you a little bit more, but that is this week done. Feeling good, feeling positive. Fingers crossed everything goes on to plan tomorrow and we're all good to go to kind of start bringing things back up again.